It's like, or like it just doesn't. It doesn't translate over
Right, 'cause
when
when
it's
it's not
like
real-
we're sitting here.
when
Okay,
it's-
we're gonna talk about this now. Like let's just see where it goes.
Exactly. As soon as I see one of these guys on TV, I shut it off.
Exactly.
Channel, 'cause it's not
So,
real.
and that's not what
Scripted.
we're gonna do. This is, okay,
Right.
so,
So-
like, legitimate question, okay, so I've heard about this Myers cocktail, I don't really know what it is. Tell me, what is it?
Myers Cocktail was a formulation that was put together by Dr. Meyer.
Okay,
Years ago, treating alcoholics noted that they had certain deficiencies.
Right.
And had to fulfill those in order to help them replenish their losses, whether it be folate, thiamine, multivitamins,
Right.
B vitamins especially, and hydration, simply hydration. So
Right.
rehydrate them, give them what they needed, and from there, add in everything else. And it worked, and it's the best concoction, if you will, for a hangover. Done.
awesome.
We just keep going.
So what would you recommend if you were going to go to an IV hydration lounge? There's so many, they have all these weird, funny names. What do you recommend to take at the IV hydration?
If you're going for an IV hydration, just to go for IV hydration, just for maintenance wise, you want to get all your vitamins in, multivitamins, and you want to get amino acids. You're taking it by mouth, you're taking it in your food and get your protein, but you're not absorbing all of it. If your gut is not healthy, you're not going to absorb it. Whether it's protein, whether it's food, vitamins, supplements, whatever it is, until your gut's healthy, you're not going to. So you're losing. You're basically eliminating and getting rid of into the toilet half of your or more of your supplements.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, if I was not taking any IV hydration, I would be at a 1 or 2 absorption of the chemicals that I'm ingesting. Whereas if I did the IV hydration lounge, I'd be at a 10 for certain.
For certain things, you maybe 20-30% you'll absorb of what you take in, if it's even in the product to begin with. Products have to be third-party tested. You have to get a quality supplement, number one. Number two, of that, what's actually being delivered is how much is bioavailable, which is often lied about, unless it's, again, in the product and third-party tested, and you have a healthy gut. If you don't have a healthy gut, you're not going to absorb it. So you may get 10 or 20% of what you're actually taking in by mouth, whereas in an IV therapy, 100% is going right into your veins and being absorbed and utilized immediately.
How often do you recommend somebody go into the IV hydration lounge?
If anybody is working out with any degree of regularity, and if they're on a diet, they're on an exercise program, they should once or twice a week, if not more.
What if we're not working out?
If you're not working out, you probably actually need more. You're not taking in as many nutrients, you're not absorbing, and you're unhealthy, so 95% of people are dehydrated all the time, especially in South Florida, where you are in air-conditioned air, which is dehydrated air. You're outside and you're sweating because it's hot, and you're not taking in enough fluids all day because you're working all day.
Wow, I had no idea.
I'd say 85 to 95% of all hunger is actually dehydration.
But, wow.
Wow. It's true.
So-
It's true, right?
Okay,
Awesome.
what is the difference between your IV hydration lounge and other IV hydration lounges? Is there a difference in the quality of materials that can potentially go into the bag?
There can be. You can tailor, we have more of an ability to tailor our input into the actual patient when they're an established patient, when we have labs on them, when we're following, when we know what they're taking in, when we know what they're putting out. In other words, what their diet is, what their supplementation is, what's their daily output as far as work, time awake, time for working out. So when we have a better view of what each patient has, it's easier for us to tailor what they need IV and keep them at an optimal level.
What nutraceutical supplements would you recommend to your patients?
Nutraceutical supplements, there's a need for it across the board. We check levels. We also check on people's intake and their current diet. But starting from A through E, every vitamin you have to be taking. Fish oils, antioxidants in general. I was trying to go with that. Lost it. Totally lost it.
We'll start over again.
Don't worry.
No,
I'm trying to
there was something I wanted to say, and I'm trying to think of what it was.
Let's start over for a minute and let's back up. What's the difference between vitamins in the store and a nutraceutical?
Vitamins in the store are made by unregulated, untested sites and chemicals and and people. Nutraceuticals are made to a pharmaceutical tolerance that is actually, what is actually said is in there is in there. They're usually third-party tested, they're in government certified facilities are made, and this is all can be looked up, you know, at their websites and online.
Okay, great. So what nutraceuticals do you recommend? A beginner, somebody who, a patient, what nutraceuticals would you recommend a new patient begin with?
The first thing they should not begin with is a single vitamin and multivitamin, because to be honest, there's not enough room in there to put in enough of one vitamin that you need, let alone 10, 15 of them. The beginnings, a multivitamin is good for very small amounts of micronutrients that we need, like selenium or manganese or copper, things like that, which you may not need a lot of to maintain a healthy level. But as far as regular vitamins that are needed on a daily basis above and beyond a multivitamin, would be vitamins A, B, C, D, and E, without question, and being a B complex.
Excellent.
Yeah, multivitamins are tough. There's little things in there you may
Can we
need.
pause this for a second? Because I want to show you guys something.